slow-mo, and then they're gonna go back to it later too, saying, remember we keep it back. So, you know, all those hours and hours and hours of footage of me and my brother getting along and laughing, having a good time, playing jokes on each other, all that stuff. I don't know where it went, but somehow it seems to disappear every single year. Because, you know, the show, the producers of the show, the wizards that, you know, mark for our work, military, chain of command. And you know what? That's fine by me. That's who we are. But we're not all just total work. We have a lot of smiles, a lot of laughs, a lot of gags that go on too. Just, you know, it's like that diaper. We've done stuff like that with other guys. Yeah, they just don't show it. Yeah. How long do I sleep? Okay, so the question is, how long do I sleep? So, on my boat, it's a bigger boat, okay? And we hold a lot of crab. We hold 3 times as much crab as, say, the sea. We hold twice as much crab on the boat as the Northwestern. So, I have a bigger crew because we keep working all the time, 24 hours a day. We always have 5 guys on deck, 1 guy in the wheelhouse, 2 guys sleeping. So there's a constant rotation, like 18 hours on, 6 hours on. But during those 6 hours, generally the guys are sleeping 4 to 5. And you know, every day at noon, they're sleeping 4 to 5 hours. Every day, depending on where they're at in rotation. So what happens, hopefully they show it, this guy, something occurs where I've got to completely reboot the whole rotation. Okay? And I have to do it because of him, because of the green room. Next thing you know, I've got my seasoned veterans, you know, instead of working their 18-hour shift, now one guy's got to work a 16-hour shift, the other guy's working a 26-hour shift. So I can accommodate the green room, right? And so what's going to happen? They're going to start getting cranky, grumpy, and next thing you know, things start flaring up elsewhere on the boat, and that's a distraction. That's a safety violation. Anytime you distract somebody on my boat, he's not thinking about his job. Instead, he's thinking about how much he wants to bring in there, right? Or something else. That's putting the guy out of his job and putting him in a position where he's not thinking properly. So, a couple of my top guys start to go at it, start to have some issues. All of a sudden, I'm not running the boat. You're running the boat. Because you've decided how I have to rotate my crew. You've decided I try to separate people from working here. Right? I said, I go, enough's enough. You're a greenhorn, you go get treated like that. You feel lightly, you go quit. So, hopefully they show that. Some of those guys have the heater cranked up, and they're like 75, 80 degrees. I couldn't do that. The boat, the Wizard's a real low profile boat, so, and I can't see the buoys get thrown over the side, so I have to roll the window down almost every time I set a pot. It's going down the side of the boat. So I've got that window all day long. In fact, one of the camera guys a few years ago was dressed in a jacket, gloves, hat, and I've got the inside-outside temperature gauge. He goes, come on, Keith. He goes, it's 0 degrees out there. He goes, but it's 22 degrees in here. I gotta roll that thing up. You know, I'm still dressed like this because I'm super cold-blooded. I'm like, oh, just put on another layer, man. I'm not all trained to climbing in the wheelhouse to see degrees. But most guys have, you know, depending on the boat, you know, a lot of guys just see them up there in their flip-flops. Sitting there like this. I can't work like that. Usually the temperature gets past 70. Either my brother or Silver are both licensed captains as well. One of those guys steps right in and lets you go. In fact, people all the time go to Deadliest Catch. There's only 3 actual licensed captains in America. Major licenses. Me, Sid, and my brother. Ronnie's been a captain since the 90s. I think that's one reason why they don't play the role. When Steve can retire and Monty take over and Monty handle the job, they don't play that because they already know Monty can. You know, so it's to them it's a story. You know, you guys haven't seen it, but you know, I have. You know, Monty and I have worked side by side, different boats together in the wheelhouse. throw the lines in the boat. It doesn't matter what kind of conditions the boat's in. I know it's safe because my brother's class act, real good operator, real safe operator. But at the same time, I get freaked out when I see things what they think about the beach and say, and I just hear it on the radio. They didn't play it, but I shoot his butt like no tomorrow on the phone. Because I didn't find out from him that it almost went up on the rocks. Because he was actually heading into St. Paul to deliver. And then when the heat exchanger got plugged up and the boat basically died on him, he was overheating the main and he was dead in that ice. The boat literally drifted and spun around so it looked like it was exiting. So he had that footage and it looked like the boat was leaving. They're like, well, we have to say the boat was leaving town, not coming to town. So anyways, morning was supposed to be delivered. So late at night, I called the next morning. I called Ray, the guy in the processor. I said, hey, so how's offloading going? Get a crab off. He's going, there's no offload. I go, what do you mean there's no offload? He goes, hey, you're lucky you own the boat, man. Money almost put that thing on the rocks last night. Like, what? So Ray's like, oh yeah, man, he was stuck in the ice and there was a huge surge, just came out of nowhere and it was really gnarly. Man, you wouldn't believe it. You haven't heard about it? I'm like, oh no. Oh yeah. So I call my brother answers. I'm like, what the hell is going on? He's like, and in his defense, he had been up for a long time. When he got into that situation, all he was trying to do was get the boat out of there. Then he had to run 8 miles of ice to get the boat out to clear water and safe water. By the time he got there, he tried to call me like once or twice a day. I didn't answer. He passed out. He can't put on himself. So, I mean, I get it. But at the time, I was like, I didn't think that through. I was just like, I don't want to hear my boat almost went on the rocks before I left third party. Call me. So, stealing my crab. Oh, nobody stole my crab. But me and another boat have a boat.
What do you fish for?
We actually fish from October till about April. We take a little bit of time off for Christmas. Boat leaves in September, usually gets home sometime in March, April. Last year, we came in this year, so April. So, and the guys are up there working most of the time. Trips average about 10 to 12 days. And a day in, a day out, a day off. So, about every 10 to 14 days. So the guys are working full time. No, we used to fish cod, but we don't have license.
What else do you fish? You don't do the cod?
I fished everything. I'm salmon sage, gillnetted, herring, halibut, cod. Anyways, I'm going to answer his question.
I was just going to ask, how is the feud going with Johnathan? You got that resolved and stuff yet? Or?
Jonathan and I are fine.
Okay. Doesn't show up that way on TV, so.
We had a little flare up about 5 years ago, but that's long over. In fact, he was busting up. You guys watch After the Catch?
Yeah.
Well, last year, Andy's like, you guys need to write a book. John's going to write a book. So, Keith, you got to write one. John's writing a book. Sure. I wanted to do that anyway. But so, the producers After the Catch are like, hey, wait a second. No. We weren't planning on any of this. There's the things we want to get to do. We're up there at Breckenridge, up in the mountains at Dude Ranch, and the cowboys like, yeah, come on, man, ride one of these things. And so they're like, okay, all right. So Johnathan gets on that thing, and he literally is on that thing for about 1/10 of a second. Gets launched and lands, and I mean, this guy's funny. You listen to that thing, he's like, it's some earthquake noise in the end. It's like one of the camera guys, the sound guy goes, man, I'm going to use that for my new ringtone. So he gets up, and I go run over there, and it's like, the first thing he's doing is like, dude, don't do it. So Matt Bennett is the producer first time, and Howard comes out, he goes, no more of this, we're done. No, we're done. You're not doing that. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay. one, if I don't do it, I'll feel bad because I want to do it. Two, if I don't do it, Johnathan will always have something for the rest of my life. He never let me forget. And I just looked at that and I said, I don't care what you do. You turn those cameras off. I go, I'm getting on that thing, and that's what it is. And I don't think they showed me on the movie. I lasted twice as long as Johnathan, which is about a half a month longer. Boom, it was boom. And I hit the dirt. The next 2 weeks, I was like, my mouth is I'm going to the dentist, and my dentist is like, oh yeah, that's an extraction. I go, what? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, that tooth is split all the way up to the root. I go, no way. And I've got all my teeth. I'm like, no. He's going, what are you doing, man? He goes, oh, it's coming in here all chipped up. There you go. What are you doing this time? Have you had an impact recently of some sort? I'm like, well, I hit the dirt real hard. He goes, what were you doing? I go, I was riding the bull. What? How old are you? He goes, no. So, anyways, they pull the tooth out. It's all bloody and nasty. I'm sitting there. I take a picture of it, and I text it to Johnathan, right? And he's at home. He's got like 4 broken ribs. He had a punctured lung. He's all beat up, right? This is like 2 weeks afterwards. He's still all beat up. I text him the picture of the tooth and tell him what happened. And he sends one back. He goes, oh my God, I think I broke another rib. I was laughing so hard. So, at any rate, we're in good shape on that. With John and those guys. All right, I'm going to be up there taking pictures.